Today I'm going to show you how to do the interlocking rose Afghan stitch, and I'm going to show you how to use 3 colors and carry your yarn up on the edges. I've got my foundation single crochet beginning. If you don't know how to do that, check the tutorial on that as well. There's a link for that in the description below here. We're going to be using this white as one color, and this is a 100% cotton fingering weight, and I am using a size E crochet hook today. This stitch can just as easily be done using worsted weight or bulky or whatever you want to use. We're going to use this yellow, and then I have this really fun multicolor to go with it. So the next color we're going to add is the yellow. I have my foundation single crochets here. I'm just going to make a little bit of a slip knot with my second color. And I'm going to take it off my hook. To change colors, I'm going to pull that last yarn over out of the stitch. So I'm going to actually leave this last single crochet incomplete. There's 2 loops on the hook. And then we're going to add our next color, and we will pull that up to complete the stitch. I like to make sure I've got that first colors or the previous colors yarn held snugly, otherwise it gets loose and your tension gets a little wacky. And then just give these all a little wiggle there to make sure that your tension is even. Okay, now we will begin our interlocking rows. We're going to chain 1 and turn. We will single crochet in the first stitch, chain 1, skip the next one, single crochet under both. I like to single crochet under both loops. You can do front loop only, back loop only, whatever you care to. Chain 1, skip 1, and single crochet in the next. And repeat that across the row. This is really a very simple stitch technique. It's very versatile, and it allows you to let amazing yarn showcase itself in the simplicity of the stitch. We are down to the last couple of stitches before the end of the row. We always want to make sure that there is a single crochet in the very last stitch. But we are going to be changing colors. Going to add our 3rd color here. So we will leave 2 loops on the hook. Bring in our 3rd color with a slip knot. Holding the previous color and using the new color to complete the stitch. This allows the top of that stitch to be the previous color. And we'll start the next one. We'll chain 1 and turn. We did our chain 1 and turn. The next stitch right here is where we have the chain 1, where we skipped this foundation stitch. So we will double crochet in that foundation stitch, working around the chain 1 of the previous row. We'll chain 1. We will skip this one and we'll double crochet in that foundation row, working to enclose the previous row. Chain 1, double crochet in the foundation row, chain 1, skip the single crochet and double crochet in that next foundation row, and repeat this across. Chain 1, skip the single crochet and double crochet in the foundation all the way across. We've just about come to the end of this row. We have just a couple more stitches to do here. We always want to have a single crochet in this end over here because we are reaching down to this row right here. We don't need the height of a double crochet on the end. This one has a double crochet in that stitch just before the end, and then we're going to single crochet in that last stitch. However, we're changing colors with every single row. So at this point, what I want to do is pick up the first color that we used. And that in this case is the white. So we'll hold on to the tail of the multicolor, and we're going to keep the tension even, and we'll pull the white through to complete the stitch, and just hold both of them to make sure that the tension is even, that it's not pulling too tight. Chain 1 with the white, turn, single crochet in that single crochet, chain 1 because we have a double crochet right here. You want to chain 1, skip the double crochet, and then double crochet into that single crochet down below. Chain 1, skip the double crochet into that stitch down below. Chain 1, skip the double crochet and single crochet into the stitch below, and work this all the way across. We're just about to the end of this row. And we're going to double crochet in that one, chain 1 because we have a double crochet right here, skip that one and single crochet in top of the single crochet. And again, we'll leave 2 loops on the hook, pick up the next color. In this case, it's the yellow. The nice thing about carrying your colors up the side when you're doing stripes is that you don't have a whole bunch of tails to weave in. You just have your tails for where you begin each color. And for this project, since it's a washcloth, I'll be able to just lay these colors along the edge and single crochet all the way around the project. So we take the yellow and we're going to pull it through to complete that stitch. Take that color and just make sure my tension is even. Chain 1 and turn. Single crochet in the single crochet on the end. Now in this case we have our chain 1 right here. So we are going to do a double crochet around that chain 1 and into this double crochet. And chain 1, skip that double crochet, and double crochet into this double crochet. And we'll repeat that all the way across. Chain 1, skip the double crochet, and double crochet into the top of the double crochet below. Sometimes the top of the double crochet likes to hide under where these wrapped around. Just move it over just a little bit gently so you can get to your loops. Fluffier yarns, that's going to happen a little more often than with your smoother cotton yarns. This stitch is very versatile. You're not limited to just blankets. As you can see, we're making this baby face washcloth using this stitch. I have made kitchen washcloths with this stitch and multiple colors of yarn. It would make a great scarf, especially if one of the yarns you chose was very textury and fun. This just makes a great fabric overall. Okay, we've come just about to the end of this row. Chain 1, skip that one, double crochet into that double crochet, and single crochet in the end, leaving 2 loops on the hook so we can change colors. It helps if you keep untangling your colors as you go. I have found when I am doing multiple colors like this and I'm carrying my yarn up the edges, using an odd number of colors is fun. 3, it goes down and back with each one. If you're using an even number of colors, you need to go down and back and then change, and then go down and back and change, and all your carry-ups will be on the same end. If you were to use an odd number and maybe 5 colors or more, your color rotation is going to end up a little bit different each time, which is kind of fun sometimes. Just depends on the effect you're going for, and this is what makes it personal and unique and art and different. All right, here comes our rainbow color again. We're going to yarn over and pull through to complete the yellow. We're going to chain 1 and turn, single crochet in the single crochet, chain 1, skip the double crochet and double crochet in the double crochet below, chain 1, skip the double crochet in the one below, and repeat across the row. We're just going to continue in this manner until your project is the desired size, leaving yourself enough yarn for one last row to complete your project and finish it off. So if you would like to pause your video now and come back when you're at that point, I will show you how to finish off your last row. I've now completed as many rows as I had wanted for this little face cloth, and as you can see, I'll just get up here nice and close. You can just see how fun those stitches are. Aren't those fun? The way the colors interlock together. To finish this off, I finished this last row of this color right here, and I tied it off. I'm going to insert my hook right under the 2 loops of that last stitch, and I'm going to pull up the final color that I'm going to work with. Chain 1 and turn. I will single crochet in the first stitch, the single crochet. Here is the chain stitch, so we will double crochet in the stitch in the row below. We are going to single crochet in the top of the double crochet. Double crochet in the row below, around, working around, single crochet in the double crochet, double crochet in the all the way across the row, double crocheting in the double crochet below, and single crocheting in the double crochet. We've come to the end of our row, so we'll make a double crochet in that double crochet and a single crochet in that last single crochet, yarn over, cut your yarn, and finish off. And that's how that edge is finished. Where you've carried up your yarn along these edges, if you wanted to single crochet along this edge and this edge over here with the same white, that would finish it off quite nicely. Being sure to work over your ends so you don't have all those tails sticking out all over the place, and that'll also cover up all your carry ups. So that is how to do this interlocking row stitch. It is a great stitch for any yarn, whether you're using something fine like this cotton, or whether you're using something thick and chunky, or something very textury and fun like a novelty yarn. Thank you very much for joining us today, and look for Perfectly Knotty on Facebook for more tips, tutorials, and fun.